Once upon a time, in a peaceful kingdom, there lived a kind and wise king. The king loved his people very much, but he had grown old and needed someone honest to rule after him. One day, the king had an idea. He called all the children of the kingdom to the palace and gave each child a small seed. "My dear children," the king said gently, "take this seed home. Plant it, care for it, and after 1 year, bring me what you have grown. The child who grows the best plant will become the next king." Among the children was a little boy named Ling. Ling was honest, kind, and loved plants more than anything. When Ling reached home, he planted the seed in the best pot he could find. Every day, he watered it carefully. He placed it in the sunlight and spoke to it softly. Days passed, weeks passed, but nothing grew. Ling checked the soil again and again. He watered it more. Still, the pot remained empty. Nearby, other children's plants began to grow tall and green. They showed Ling their beautiful flowers and laughed kindly. "Why hasn't yours grown yet?" Ling felt sad, but he didn't give up. He continued caring for the empty pot every day. Months passed. The year finally came to an end. The children gathered at the palace, each carrying bright flowers and tall plants. Ling walked slowly, holding his empty pot, his head down. "I tried my best," he whispered, "but nothing grew." When the king arrived, he walked slowly past all the children, looking at their plants. Then he stopped in front of Ling. "Where is your plant, child?" the king asked. Ling took a deep breath and said honestly, "My king, I planted the seed and cared for it every day, but nothing grew. This is all I have, an empty pot." The crowd grew silent. Suddenly, the king smiled warmly. He raised Ling's hand and said loudly, "This child is the one I choose." Everyone gasped in surprise. The king continued, "The seeds I gave you were boiled. They could never grow. All of you replaced your seed with another plant." But Ling spoke the truth. He looked at Ling and said, "Honesty is more precious than flowers, gold, or power. A kingdom ruled by truth will never fall." Tears filled Ling's eyes as the people cheered. That day, Ling learned and taught everyone that truth always grows, even when nothing else does. Music softens and fades, and that's the end of our story. Little friends, always remember, honesty is the strongest seed you can ever plant. Don't forget to subscribe to TinyNest Stories and tap the bell icon for more magical bedtime stories.